Well, everybody, it's Sunday morning in Southern California, and I'm streaming live from Laguna Hills, California. And today's topic is, are you a perfectionist? And I have to admit, I fall into that category. And it's kind of ironic because today's live stream has already gone wrong, and I'm starting the second stream now. And it's this type of thing that just pops my cork as a perfectionist. I spend all this time preparing, checking, double checking, and somehow, some way, something goes wrong. Something I couldn't anticipate or I didn't anticipate. And so here I am broadcasting to nobody at the moment because you guys don't know that this is out there. Now, let me take a second here and swing the camera around. Howdy, there you are. Turn the camera around so you at least can see the background. It's really kind of pretty. Light's not great. Again, that's part of my perfectionism. And again, the same with, the composition. You have no idea how difficult it is for me to work on this process of changing the way I react to when things aren't exactly the way I want them. I'm going to swing the camera back around because I want to keep talking, and I also want to keep walking. I want you to see where we're at. My face isn't that important, but I think you'll enjoy the view. For you regulars, you know that I've been fairly sporadic over the last year or so with the output of my content. And part of that relates to my perfectionist attitude. If things aren't just lined up so, exactly the way I want them, my attitude, I'm not going to do it. Now, part of the reason I have that attitude is that I feel you deserve the very best that I can put out. And if it's not the very best, then why would you watch it? Like at this location. All right? I drove around for quite a while here in Laguna Hills, which is about 30 minutes from where I live, looking for what I thought would be a visually stunning and interesting site for you to look at while we cover this topic. And this is what I found, fortunately. I got lucky. This is really a neat place. I've never been here before. I'm actually on my way to church. I will be at church. Church begins at 10 o'clock. So this is going to wrap up by 9:30, 9:45, so I have enough time to drive over to the location where church is held. But anyways, I'm digressing. Let me get back to the topic at hand: perfectionism. I know somebody who live streams once a week, who I have a lot of admiration for. He doesn't have that many live viewers. He doesn't even have that many live post viewers, but he's been doing this consistently every weekend, streaming live, come hell or high water. The only thing that stops him is if he has to travel to see his family, and that, they're kind of far away. Anyway, as I watched him, I thought, you know what? I just got to stop expecting everything to be perfect and just put out the content. And with time, hopefully, the content will improve, because the more you do it, the better you get at it, right? I mean, that's the nature of life. You don't become a Yo-Yo Ma, a famous cellist, overnight. He spent an entire lifetime becoming the man he is today. And I've I've only been streaming live for a few years, and I don't do it as regularly as I should. But I'm going. How can I put? I'm being cautious with my words because my immediate thought is I'm going to commit to streaming once a week, no matter what it is. Whether I have the material ready or not, I just take the camera out and I start streaming. Stream of consciousness, so to speak. And as I said, that's what LH stands for, Laguna Hills. And check out the view, huh? Now where I'm headed is about straight out about 10, 15 miles out there by the mountains. Maybe not quite, yeah, not that far. Let's see if we can zoom in. Take a look at it all, if you can see it. Let's see. Actually, I was wrong. Because actually where I'm going, see that road there? It's kind of the center left. I would take that road straight out to the, not the cathedral, but to the church grounds. But they are kind of near those foothills. But again, I digress. So anyway, that's really the long and short of this conversation. However, I do want to point out to you one of the downsides, many of them, there's many downsides of being perfectionist. There are upsides too, of course, is that it can cause your blood pressure to skyrocket. And when you get to be my age, that can be a serious problem. In fact, it could even lead to things like stroke, a heart attack, or even worse. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I know it, though I like to think I am, at least mentally. Hang on, I'm going to swing the camera around here. Might as well be. Hang on, come on. There we go. All right, there we go. And see if I can at least get this set up so there we go. Come on. If I can at least get it set up so you guys can see what's going on. Come on. See, this is that perfectionist in me. I want the framing of the image to be just perfect. At least I'm not popping corks, which is what I would normally do. You've never seen me pop a cork, and it's not a pretty sight. All right, there we go. I don't know how that's going to work. I guess that's about as good as it's going to get. It doesn't really show the how steep the incline is. So you know what? The heck with this. We'll go back to the other shot. I think it's better. I think it's a more interesting shot, than my face, and that way I can see where I'm going, and I don't have to worry as much about the composition. I have another friend who's very much like me in a different way, and for him, his perfectionism has gotten so bad that he's become bitter and angry at the world to the point where there's no joy in his life. And I don't want that for myself. I care very much about this person, but there's little I can do. You can't tell a person how to live their life. Oh, you can. Whoa, that wasn't meant to happen. All right, sorry about that, guys. Hit the wrong button. Now, what's new, huh? You can hint at it, maybe. You can try and nudge them in the right direction, but at some point you have to come to the realization on your own that how you react to certain conditions, all conditions really, your happiness lies there. If you can learn not to let it get you. In fact, there's a book. There's a man by the name of Viktor Frankl. He was a World War II Holocaust survivor. He was in the concentration camps, and he's got a book, and I can't remember the title, but search for Viktor Frankl and read it. And he talked about how there were those in the camps who found happiness regardless of their circumstances, how brutal and harsh they may have been. They were still happy people. And there were other people, they're the ones that tended to die the first, the soonest, outside of, what the Nazis were doing to everybody. They gave up. They were so, it's their frame of mind didn't allow them to even think of the possibility of surviving. Hey, people yelling, screaming, doing things that are silly. Hey, check this out. A little digression here. Isn't that beautiful? This is why I like this area. There's still areas of open land. That's where we came from. You can see it's pretty steep. Yeah, I was out of breath by the time I climbed up there this morning. Okay. Anyway, the bottom line to this stream is I'm going to try to stream more often. I may not have all my material organized and committed to memory, and that my words flow out properly, and the composition's perfect and all that stuff. No, that's probably not going to happen. But I want to keep doing this. I enjoy making videos, and I particularly like the live stream because there's that personal connection. Let's see here. I think we're going to wrap it up here in just a second. Let's see here. My car's back there. Turn the camera around. There we go. So, thanks for watching. I know this is a short one. This did not go the way I wanted. Like I said, I had set up the stream, but for some reason, instead of being a horizontal format, the camera, it came out vertical. And I went online, I tried to see if there was a way to correct it before I went live. It was like 2 minutes before I went live, and I said finally, no, you know what? I'm just gonna go over to YouTube or Prism, which is what I'm on now, and I'm just gonna create a whole new stream. And I'm gonna do this whether or not there's anybody watching this stream, and I'm not gonna let it, upset me like it normally would. There are words that can come out of my mouth that aren't really meant for polite company. It really shouldn't be spoken of at all, I think. And I'm trying to change my personality, change my habits, change my character, and this is part of that process. And I'm not making any guarantees that I'm going to be 100% successful, but I've got to try. I can't give up. And that's, I guess, really the bottom line there. So with that said, I'll leave you with our last shot of the, hey, come on. There you go. I'll leave you with one last shot of the area I'm in. Show you where we came from. So I was way up there in those trees it's in kind of dead center. Follow that path. I'll show you. Zip. There you go. So we started up there in that grove of trees. And as you can see, see, there's another one thing. I want to just slowly pan up, but the way this gimbal's controls are set up, you barely touch it and it flies in whatever direction you push it in. Now maybe there's a setting that I haven't found that will allow me to change that, but it's frustrating when it does it. Anyway, so, and then as you can see, we're right here on the edge of the highway. I don't even know what highway this is. It's not Crown Valley Parkway. It's not Oso Parkway, but it's in that area. So now I can't leave you with a city shot. No, I got to leave you with a calm, beautiful, serene, idyllic, and there's a word I'm searching for. That's why I keep putting out new words. That's it. I'm trying to give you a pastoral ending. You know, so that's it. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Is that Jazz Hellcat? Hey, guy. I'm sorry, I didn't see you even pop up into the live stream. Thank you for showing up. That's awesome. All right, well, for all of you who are going to watch this, hopefully, after the fact, thank you for watching, and we will see you all again sometime in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.